All these to say two things. Pentatonic scales are awesome, they are easy to use and you can use them in many ways, and they are present in a lot of cultures. And some musical concepts from other cultures are not always compatible with our Occidental music theory, even though some cultures have adopted some of our Western concepts. But sometimes it is our music theory that evolves to implement something new. The example I would like to take for that is the blues scale. Here is the blues minor scale of A. It's made of A, C, D, E flat, E and G. Apart from the fact it sounds awesome, it is also just like a minor pentatonic scale, but with this diminished fifth added. This added note is a note we call blue note. But where does this come from? It makes more sense to look at the major blues scales to find that out. The relative major of A minor is C major, so the C major blues scales would use the same notes but starting from C. So that's C, D, E flat, E, G, A. Seen like this, the blues scale is like a pentatonic major scale, but with a minor third added, so it has both a minor and a major third. And this is exactly how this extra note was introduced in the scale, as a minor third. See, you can use a major pentatonic over a major tonality of the same name, like C major pentatonic over a song written in C major for instance. All the notes are in common, so it will work. You can use a minor pentatonic over a minor tonality of the same name, like C minor pentatonic over a song written in C minor for instance. All the notes are in common, so it will also work. But you can also use some elements of the minor pentatonic over the major tonality of the same name, like using some notes of the C minor pentatonic over a song in C major for instance. It's not as intuitive, but that's what a lot of early bluesmen did. Because when a major chord is playing and you play a minor third over it, it creates a friction between the minor third and the major third that are then coexisting. And then this minor third wants to go up to the major third of the chord to be resolved. So you can use this E flat as a bridge to go to a E, or use this B flat to go to a B. These notes that are specific to the minor scale are better used as transitions to go toward a note that is part of the major scale that is used for the song. If you finish a melodic line on a note that is not part of this major scale, it will not be as effective, as you will then finish on a dissonance that is not resolved. But using these dissonances as transitions has this particular blues color to it, which is really nice. Another way to use this dissonance between a minor third and a major third of a chord is by using a dominant 7 sharp 9 type of chord. This is a regular dominant 7th chord made of a root note, a major third, a perfect 5th and a minor 7th, to which we add an augmented 9th. Just like a regular dominant 7th chord, this type of chord is often used on the 5th degree of a scale. So if we are in C major, it could be seen on its 5th degree, G. And our G dominant 7th sharp 9 chord would be made of the root note G, its major third B, its perfect 5th D, its minor 7th F, and the 9th should be A, but we need a sharp 9, so we raise that by a semitone, which gives us a B flat. As you can see, we have then in this chord a major third B and a B flat, which is equal to a minor third. This chord is dissonant, but it works because these two thirds are spread out on two separate octaves. Because it is used on a 5th degree, this G7 sharp 9 chord would resolve well on a C chord, which is our 1st degree. So we have a nice 5-to-1 authentic cadence. This dominant 7 sharp 9 chord is also called the Jimi Hendrix chord, because it's a chord that he loved and that he helped popularize notably with his song Purple Haze. The chord progression of this song cycles between the chords E7 sharp 9, G and A. Here is the E7 sharp 9, which can be considered as our degree 5, with the notes E, G sharp, B, D and F double sharp, which is like a G natural. Then there is the G chord, which uses notes already in the E7 sharp 9 chord, the G, the B and the D. And then it goes to the A chord, which is the 1st degree chord, that resolves well after the E7 sharp 9 chord. So when you play over a major tonality, you can use a major pentatonic, but you can also use notes from the minor pentatonic. So if you mix the major pentatonic and the minor pentatonic together to make it only one scale, for the tonality of C for example, this will make this scale: C, D, E flat, E, F, G, A, B flat. You can use this scale as is, but it could be tricky to use sometimes, as the risk of friction would necessarily increase. So the blues scale is a simplified version of that, where we take the major pentatonic and we add only the third of the minor pentatonic scale. This makes it easier to use because then we only have to be careful of this one note, and we still have access to this blues flavor given by this little chromatic bit introduced by the introduction of this minor third. This gives us the major blues scale. And if we take the relative minor of this scale, which would be the scale using the same notes but starting from A, we have now the minor blues scale. And this is how we end up with a blues scale that looks like a minor pentatonic, but with a diminished fifth added. This E flat that have been added is 3 tones above the root note, which is an interval of a diminished fifth. This is something that is the result of ages of evolution, and the precise origin of this scale is unclear, but it is the result of repetitive use of unorthodox methods that created these scales. And it is one of the most used in rock, blues or jazz. It is one of the first one a beginner guitarist would learn for improvisation, because it works on anything. And the morality I'd like to take out of that is that if music is a language, there's always a way we can communicate, even though we use it in a different way or in an orthodox way, and we are also able to make up our own slang or dialects that maybe someday will find its way into the dictionary. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, you can like, share, comment the video. These are the best way to support the channel at the moment, if you want to do so. And you can also subscribe and hit the bell button if you want to get notified when a new video comes out. Take care, and I'll see you next time.